GHB, GHB TV, GHB TV. What's popping? What's going on? I just I just got off the 10-8 podcast with Jamel Herring and Norbs. Got to talk to Virgil real quick. I couldn't be on there too long. You know what I mean? They was getting ready to wrap it up, but you know what I mean? I got to ask him a few questions. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's going on? What's popping? What we doing? How y'all feeling? Wednesday night going into Wednesday morning. I mean, Thursday morning. Gee, you just made the fight. You think I did? I don't know, man. If I did make the fight, I need that check. It's like, no, but listen, when what I just got from the fight, I mean, what I just got from that interview with Virgil, not me, because I didn't, necessarily interview him. I just asked him a few questions. But what I just got from that, from what he said about, he got the Earl Spence fight out of his head, was when I saw some reports about the zone not backing that fight, that might be most likely be true, because like he said, he was hung up on that fight to the point he was like, I still want that fight, but I don't have that. He's like, but I'm off it right now, basically. I'm off that fight right now. And Boots could be next. And he spit it out. We all know it's gonna be in Vegas. Cause I asked, is it like the issue? Is the issue like the venues and where it's gonna be and all that, as far as what city and all that? He like, nah, I can't give too much information, but it's definitely, everybody knows it's gonna be in Vegas. That's what he said. So, like I said, I think Virgil want to fight. I said that to him on the joint, but I don't think his team won it. If they do fight Boots in this next, it's because everybody else's schedule is full, and that's the fight to make. Let's be real. They definitely backed themselves into a corner. You know what I'm saying? In my very first question, I believe that I asked him, I said, if it wasn't going to be Boots, then why all the talking about Boots? But gee, does the fight make sense without belts? Yes, it does, because it's just a great fight. Not everybody care about belts. And I'm not talking about the fighters, I'm talking about the fans. You got to understand, half of these fans don't even know who the fuck these guys are. They just want to see a great fight. So if this fight get made and everybody running around talking about the fight, people are going to watch the fight. It don't have nothing to do with belts. When people talk about great fights, nobody give a fuck. Listen, let me rewind the tape. It was a guy once upon a time by the name of Arturo Gotti, and it was a guy by the name of Mickey Ward, and I believe they fought 2 times. I don't think they was for world titles. It was just great fucking fights, and that's what boxing is missing. That's why I'm asking, which way is boxing headed? Because are we just getting great fights, or everybody just going to argue the points of, oh, well, you don't have a title, and you haven't sold enough pay-per-views, and you haven't filled up an arena. And you know why the arenas don't fill up? You know why they don't sell out of pay-per-views? Well, you can't sell out of pay-per-views, but you know why the pay-per-view numbers don't be through the fucking roof? Because we're not seeing the fights that we actually want to see. We get good fights every year. Yes, we do. But we want to see great fucking fights, man. Let's get back to great fights. Hold on, y'all. Be right back. Let's get back to great fights. You know what I mean? If we're going to be honest. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back to great fights. Let's get back to great boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with all this goofy, funny shit. Promoters destroy boxing. That's absolutely true. Promoters be so hung up on trying to make money and what makes sense for them that they want to hold off, and they want to keep using the excuse of, we got to build the fight. You know what is so crazy about that? Sometimes guys, when they be trying to build fights, sometimes guys don't even make it to the fight. Some guys don't even make it to that fight because you're trying to build a fight. Look what happened to Ryan Garcia. That last fight with Rolly. They was trying to build Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia too, and now guess what? Still gotta wait. You still gotta wait. I appreciate Norbs and Jamel Herring for bringing me up. Hey, Scary, that's real shit. Bang, what up? Make sure I hit that like button. He said if the promoters see a risk, they want a cash out plan. Real shit. It'd be a lot of little shit going into these fights. I understand that. I get it. But this is just great boxing, man. Why not make the fucking fight? You know what I mean? Why not make the fight? Y'all seen that? Dude got disrespectful. I got him the fuck up out of here. Y'all seen that? Another thing, too. A while back, I want y'all to pay attention. Just peep the title, like what? No, because I want y'all to pay attention. A while back, Greg Hackett said he think it's possible that Brian Norman Jr. might overtrain for this fight. Now, last weekend, when I was in the mountains, Mill City went live. I jumped on the live. After Brian Norman Sr., right? Now, the question of conditioning came up. Mill City asked me about both fighters' conditioning, meaning Devin Haney and Brian Norman. I spoke on the fact that Devin Haney been doing this shit. He's done this shit so many times, he knows his body when it comes to the distance of 12 rounds. He knows his body. He knows his breathing patterns. He understands who he is as a fighter when it comes to 12 rounds. Now, when Mill City asked me about Norman, I said, listen, Norman is a tough kid. He's in shape. I'm pretty sure he trains very hard. But I don't think he understands his breathing patterns 100%. Some people not going to understand what that means. And it's okay because it's not for you to understand. You're not in the gym. No disrespect to you. But if you're not in that gym, if you're not sparring, if you're not fighting, you just not going to understand. If you don't know what it's like to run miles, you're not going to understand. Now, when I said that, Brian Norman Sr. wrote in the comments, well, when I said what I said was, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. understands his breathing patterns. And the reason I said that, I said, if you go back and watch the Sasaki fight, Brian Norman Jr. tried his best the first 2 rounds to knock Sasaki out. He wasn't successful at first. So he began, taking a break in the ring. He was still fighting, but if you watch, the pace of the fight, it changed in round 3 and in round 4 because he was trying to get himself together. Now, when I said that, Brian Norman Sr. commented in the chat and said that's because he took caffeine pill before the fight. So I had to make sure we was talking about the same person. So I said, who he talking about? I'm like, what he talking about? He said, Junior. So I'm like, Brian Norman, so Brian Norman Sr. is saying this. He's typing this as me and Mill City's talking. He's typing this on there. He's saying, and Mill City posted that interview today. That part of the interview, he posted it today. So if you don't believe me, go back and check. So he said, Junior took a caffeine pill before the fight with Sasaki. So I said, that's why I said what I said about Devin Haney being too experienced. Devin Haney's been on this level and he knows what he has to do. I feel like Brian Norman Jr. is experimenting with shit because he don't understand where he is and he trying to make sure that he feel good. But my main point for highlighting that and bringing that up is because if he wasn't overtraining, then why would he feel like he needed caffeine pill before the fight? If a motherfucker take a caffeine pill, what is it that you're looking for? If you take a caffeine pill before a sporting event, what is it that you're looking for? Caffeine is just like pop. It's just like drinking coffee. So think about it. You looking for energy now. Thank you, class. Now, if you in shape and you did everything you're supposed to do and you rehydrated from the day before, why would you need a caffeine pill? That's my point, right? So when I said I feel like he's overtraining for the Devin Haney fight, people call me crazy. People call me, Greg, you fucking tripping. You coming up with anything. You just nervous, this and that. I'm like, nah, I know what I'm watching. I know how many weeks we got. I know how many weeks we got in the fight. So why else would he need a caffeine pill? If you in shape, you had your 24-hour recovery, and you rehydrated, why the fuck would you need a caffeine pill? So that, to me, proves my point that he overtrains for these fights. And the reason he overtrains for these fights is because he's afraid. Of course, he's afraid to lose. We not. Everybody's afraid to lose. None of these guys want to lose, right? None of these young guys that still got their none of them want to lose. The thing is, he don't want to lose so bad. It's like, I gotta try whatever I can try to make sure I'm ready that night. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you knew your body, if you really knew your body and you understand who you was as a fighter, you wouldn't need caffeine pills. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I mean when I say Devin Haney is too experienced, he's too sharp, and he's too fast. All I'm saying is Devin Haney's been on this level for a while, and he's trained around guys who's been on this level for a while. I'm not trying to convince anybody to switch their pick. If you got Brian Norman Jr. winning this fight, I'm not mad at you at all. That's your pick. That's your pick. I'm not mad at that. Why would I be mad at that? I'm just saying, I just think that Devin Haney has been on this level for so long, he know better to go ahead and do something like that. But at the same time, Norman, he hasn't been on this level ever. Not with a guy like Devin Haney. He's been in championship fights, of course, yeah, but not with a Devin Haney. And to make sure he don't get tired or that he don't go out there and look like a dud, he gonna pop a caffeine pill. But what happens is with the caffeine pill, like everybody said in the comment, you looking for energy, you looking for a boost. Some said you looking for a wake me up. That can throw off everything you did in the gym, because now you're doing it at a rate that you wasn't doing it in the gym. Yeah, you was training hard, but not in the actual fight. This is the actual fight. The spars could have been hard, true, but you got 16-ounce gloves on, headgear, and a cup. It's not the same. So now we got the 8 ounces on. You going crazy. You losing your mind. Your heart rate reaching a height it hasn't reached in training. Now we in a world-class fight, and you losing your mind. All I was trying to say is, with a Devin Haney, you don't want to make that mistake. You don't want to make that mistake because he's been on that level and you haven't been on that level. You don't know what it's hitting for. You know what I'm saying? That proved my point. That proved my point when Norman Sr. said, oh, he only looked like that against Sasaki. That only happened because he took a caffeine pill. And I said, well, who advised him to take a caffeine pill? Norman Sr. said, nobody. He did it on his own. Think about it. If he was in the shape that they claiming that he in, if he doing everything he's supposed to do, why would you need a caffeine pill? I don't know. I could be tripping, gang. I'm just a spirit. So when I said he could possibly be overtraining, do I sound crazy now? If you don't believe me, go watch the interview on Mill City. Mill City posted it. I think he posted it earlier today. Just do what's popping, gang. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me after I'm done, go check out Mill City. Or if you want to go over there now, go check out Mill City. He posted a video with me and him talking today. And Brian Norman was on the he was in the chat, and I was responding to the things he was saying, and so was Mill City. And it proves my point that kid, listen, man, I don't got nothing against Norman Jr. or his father, man. What we went through was just boxing. We didn't go through no street shit. We didn't go through no personal shit. All that shit talking and all that. I don't be worried about that shit, bro. I got Brian Norman Sr. number. He got my phone number, bro. It's like, bro, it ain't what you think. I mean, it's no hate. My thing is, I like to break this shit down, bro. That's what the people ask of me. They say, G, tell me what you think. Right? So this is me just breaking it down. I I like that kid. I think he tough. I think he mean. I think he rough. All of that. But it's some things he just haven't experienced yet. And being on this level is one of those things. Being on this level, fighting a guy like Devin Haney is one of those things. And when his father told me that he took a caffeine pill before the fight with Sasaki, if you in shape and Sasaki can't fuck with you anyway, why would you need a caffeine pill? But it was because the overtraining. It's only one. Why would you feel like you need a pick me up? Why would you feel like you need a boost of energy? Because you felt burnt out. You know what I mean? Can I drop the link to the interview? Nah, I don't. How could I do that? I'm on the phone right now. I'm talking to y'all. I do my lives from my phone, not a laptop, so I'm not able to do all this fly shit. My shit straight trap phone, bro. We working right off the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say about that, gang. I ain't. The fight is next week, man. That's gonna be a great fight. You know what I mean? The fight is next week. It's gonna be a great fight. I ain't taking nothing away from neither guy, but I pointed that out a few weeks ago. I said, I think he overtraining for this fight. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you tripping. You don't know what you looking at. Gee, you don't know what the fuck you talking about. But then it comes out last week. His father said, yeah, my son, I found out he had a caffeine pill habit. What? Why would he do that? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a great fight, man. For sure. We here, gang. Appreciate the love and support. On another note, Earl Spence training with Roy Jones Jr. I didn't see that coming, y'all. What you think? Salute from the Walkers. I appreciate the love and support, gang. Roy Jones Jr. training Earl Spence Jr. Whoa. Talk to me. Talk to me. Big Coop said he don't like it. EH said, not a good combination. My young boy Moose said that's a good move by EJ. Roy gonna help him. Greggie Green. Brandon Alashik, what's popping, gang? How you feeling? What's the deal? What's going on? Yeah, I know it's late. My bad, y'all. I know it's late. My bad. He is not going to be his trainer just to work out. So Earl just went over there to work out. That's not going to be his trainer, moving forward. Earl not athletic enough for what Roy going to try to teach. Could be bad, but as long as Earl back, I don't know. Roy want his fighters to fight like him. That's impossible. My bad, bro. I'm fucking these fruit snacks up. My bad. I gotta chill. Roy flew into Dallas to work him out. That's what he said. Okay. The boxing source said, y'all must have forgot. Fuck y'all talking about. You a dope mind in boxing. Jay, I appreciate the love. What you think? Me? Listen, totally honest, I don't like it. Because I feel the same way the crowd do. Roy Jones was a freak athlete. Earl Spence is a child soldier. Meaning Earl Spence been taught how to kill, and that's what he do. Can he box? Yeah, he could box. We saw that when Earl fought Mikey Garcia. When Earl fought Mikey Garcia, we saw that Earl could box. Does Earl prefer to box? I don't think so. I think Earl like to go in for the kill. And I'm not saying Roy can't show him how to stop somebody, but like somebody said earlier in the chat, Roy Jones tries to teach his style of boxing, and if we be honest, he had a very unorthodox style of boxing. And his mind, I think it wasn't just his style. I think Roy's mind had a lot to do with the way he fought. A lot of the shit Roy Jones did in the ring, fighters wouldn't even try, even though it looked cool. You know what I'm saying? Fighters like get stuck in their heads a lot with what they see and what they think should happen. A lot of fighters don't even like following the game plan. You know what I mean? So let alone fighting like somebody else if they can't see that. If they can't see themselves doing that, or if they body not comfortable with doing that, and they're not going to do it. And Roy Jones is too much of a predator, I think, to be trying to have him fight like Roy Jones. I think I'm gonna say Earl Spence to me is like 85% predator. 85, 90%. You know what I mean? I think that style is too unorthodox for the regular man, for the average man. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, Earl is a vicious predator. He want to break you. And I think Roy would get frustrated being in the corner trying to get Earl Spence to understand being on his toes and, just setting up some shit, but just doing it in a way where it's like, I don't know. It's just not for the average man. And I'm not calling Earl Spence average. I'm just saying Roy Jones was a special athlete. Very special athlete. And to teach the things that he did in the ring. Now, I'm going to keep it real though. I've seen some coordination drills that Roy worked on that'll be good for Earl. I believe. I've seen some coordination drills in the past from Roy that I think will be good for Earl Spence. But who knows? Earl need to go back to Derrick James. I mean, of course I'm not there. Of course I'm not into the the personal part of it. But man, I always thought Derrick James was the best for him. To be honest, not just because their success, but it was just like he understood him. You know what I mean? They really had a relationship where it was like they understood each other. I mean, I get where he coming from. He get where I'm coming from. So I ain't gonna lie. I believe that too. I think Derrick James is the best thing for him. You said Earl needs work with Loma to work on what? Loma was a 126 pounder. His reflexes seem shot. Derrick the best for his style. Yeah. I said some things in the past on on X, right? If I was Earl Spence coach, and I know this might seem crazy, This might seem crazy, but if I was Earl Spence coach, I would have Earl Spence doing gymnastics, or is it called gymnastics, or is it? I guess gymnastics. Yeah, I would have Earl Spence doing gymnastics for like a month before he started boxing training. Before he started strength and conditioning, no, not ballet. I wouldn't have him doing ballet, but I understand the ballet too. But I wouldn't want him to fuck his feet up. I heard a lot of those people that do ballet, their feet be fucked up. I I would have him doing gymnastics. The reason I would have Earl Spence doing gymnastics is because I would want Earl Spence to learn how to use his body again. I would want him to learn how to use his body again. You know what I mean? That's why I said gymnastics. If I'm tell me if you think I'm wrong for that. I'm saying gymnastics because it's a lot that gymnastics offers for balance and things like that. And I think for him to I think it's a major thing for Earl to get back to trusting his body and learning his body. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think the yoga worked too for the stretching and all that, but I need the gymnastics for his coordination. I need the gymnastics for his coordination and his balance. That's what I would do. If I had Earl Spence, I would suggest gymnastics for a month, like 4 days a week, 3 or 4 days a week, and then we would go into strength and conditioning, and then we would go into the boxing training. If that would just be my suggestion. I could be wrong. I'm just a spirit. I'm just don't be alarmed. I'm just a spirit. That's just what I see. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Drop a life lesson on. Be specific. What you want to hear about? What you got going on? You ain't got to tell me personally what you got going on, but put me in that arena. Put me in that area, and I got something for you. Just put me in that area, and I got you. You know what I mean? Because you know me, one of my biggest life lessons, man, is always going to be what my mother told me. Mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business. You feel me? Any tips for Lubin? He said he want to go to 160. Soul searching. You know what I mean? For Lubin, it's going to be soul searching. How bad do you really want it, champ? You know what I mean? Eubank and Connor Ben, I'm not sure about the weight class part. You right. I need to find that out. I need to find that out because there was a weight class the first time and it was a great fight. But I think the fact that Eubank won this time, he might say, man, fuck out of here with all that. If you didn't get the part I dropped about the caffeine pills, scroll back to about 11 minutes. I think that's when I started that conversation, around like 11 minutes. And you'll get the caffeine joint breakdown, the breakdown. You know what I mean? But I think Lubin, it would be soul searching for me. You know what I mean? Do you really want this shit? The reason I say that is because that last fight, it didn't look like he wanted it. It looked like he kind of got intimidated early, and it was all she wrote. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but that's what I felt from Lubin. We got some great fights coming up though, y'all. He said the nigga Lubin knew the plan. Check his FanDuel account. Big Herm said you beat Senior. He trash. No, I thought it was a good fight. I thought it was 4-2, Greg Hackett. I got one word. I got Brandon Alashik said I got one word for advice for Lubin. Retire. Retire. Damn. Straight like that, OG? You think Ben can get back down to 147? I think he can. I think he just don't like working that hard. It's not. No. I ain't gonna say it's not that he don't like working that hard. I don't think he likes dropping that extra weight. You know what I mean? That's what I feel. That's what I feel for that situation. I feel like he don't want to. You know what I mean? He don't want to push himself to work that hard. I don't know. I could be wrong. Greg, who you got? Shakur or Keyshawn? I don't know if they was the fight. Greg, tell him you ain't casting not. Why you say that? You beat him. Yeah, I gave Senior 2 rounds. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was 4-2. Greg Hackett. He said, tell him you ain't casting not. Why you say that? Yeah, he can get back down. Ben not a good big guy. Yeah, I believe he can too. I think he just don't like that weight, that extra weight loss. You know what I mean? When dudes after getting low as possible, after a while of that, and now you can you get to go up to like 54s and 60s and all that. Yeah, you kind of get comfortable. Taking kids to soccer. Now he entertaining fights. Who that? Who you talking about? Foreign? Connor Ben Connor Ben versus Brian Norman Jr. would be entertaining. That's no cap. That would be a very entertaining fight. Greg, who you got? Shakur versus 140 Russell. Gary Antoine. That's a great fight. I don't know. He said Lubin took a dive. Yo, the podcast with Heron and Virgil is it on YouTube already? Oh, I don't know if they posted it, but yeah, it should be up there by tomorrow. For sure, for sure. Antoine definitely a dog, and he's strong, and he fast. Him and Shakur would be a great fight. That's no cap. You heard Bozy mention Conor Ben for Boots Fundora too. No, I ain't actually see that, but I'm gonna check. I'm gonna definitely check some interviews out before I go to bed. Fuck all that. I'm trying to see Greg get a Jake Paul fight. Real shit. Hey yo, first of all, too, man, I appreciate the love and support. Appreciate all those who tapped in. Appreciate all those who subscribe. Make sure you hit the alert button, so that when we go live or when we post a video, you'll be the first to know. I also want to say I appreciate y'all because we officially hit 20,000 subscribers. And what I'm going to do is put a package together. I'm going to put a package together, but here's the thing. I don't know how I should do the drawing. Like how should I pick somebody to win the package? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put the package together, but how am I supposed to pick a winner? That's the part where I'm lost at, because I've been thinking about that all day. I wanna put a nice package together. I'm thinking about some autographed gloves, some merch, and I might put a little bit of that De La Hoya in the bag. I might throw some De La Hoya in there. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love, y'all. Listen, I wouldn't be able to do it without y'all. I wouldn't be able to do it without the people. Bring out the chic. You feel me? You know what I mean? I might do some gloves. My nigga Bank said he said 20,000. My motherfucking guy, 1,000,000 more to go for sure. You ain't never lied. So I was thinking about some gloves, some merch, and some De La Hoya. I'm gonna throw some De La Hoya in there. But I'm trying to think about or some propane. Come on, G. You know I'm the winner. Family. Hey yo, real shit. Appreciate the love and support though, bro. But I'm trying to think like how do I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like give me some ideas. How do I get the people together where I can pick a name? Cause I don't want to be corny and then somebody from my city win on some fluke shit and then niggas be like, man, G, that shit was already set up. I want to have to really hit the mailbox and send this shit off. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love and support. Yo, G, sorry for the entering the chat late. But who you rolling with on B Norman and Devin Haney? I told you I got Devin Haney, man. I got Devin Haney winning the fight for sure. But I also got another pick that I think Devin Haney gonna stop him in the ninth round. I think Devin Haney gonna stop Brian Norman Jr. in the ninth round. But I also just got him winning for sure. Had people bid on the G, $10 a pop. Those who bid pick their names out of a hat. All right. It might be good. Put the names in a hat and draw on live. You gotta spin the wheel. You gotta spin the wheel and let it select a random person. G. Oh yeah, I heard about some shit like that. They be having like a little virtual wheel or some shit. People names on it. I'm happy for you, G. South Jersey in the building. Shout out to South Jersey, man. You know what it is. But the thing is, G, everybody gotta step up to that level at some point to prove themselves. No, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. That nigga said some snack. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some, you know what I mean? I think I'm gonna do gloves merch. I'm gonna do the gloves, the merch, and the gloves, the merch, and and some De La Hoya. I'm gonna throw some fuck it. Throw some De La Hoya in there. Yeah, that sound about right, like a raffle. Yeah, cause I definitely want to do that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. People been very supportive of my channel, man, since the very beginning, and I really want to give back. That's what I mean. I really want to give back. So I got like some good merch around here too. Not like I got some good shit that I want to throw in there. Like I don't know, I got some memorabilia type shit. I got some gloves. You know what I'm saying? I need some of that candy you was eating. That's the fruit snacks, the Welchies. Little commercial real quick. Gee, I would pay you for the Grant gloves. You selling it? I only reason I don't want to sell the Grants. All right, so look, this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna grab some gloves and I was going, you know what I mean, get them Jones signed. I ain't gonna say by who, but I was gonna get them signed. I'm pretty sure y'all got an idea though. I was gonna get the gloves signed. These grants right here, I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell or give away. I got them signed by Boots, but he signed. The thing is, he signed them for me on my birthday. That's why I didn't want to sign. You know what I mean? That's why I didn't want to. I didn't want to sell that pair. That's why I didn't want to sell that pair, and I didn't want to raffle that pair. The best gloves I ever put on, probably Grants or Winnings. Grants, Winnings, Reyes, all of them. Also, these gloves right here, Danny Garcia signed for me. You know what I mean? He had these gloves on in the Ivan Redcock fight. These not the actual gloves he had on, but it's the secondary pair. So that's one of the secondary pairs that he had. You know what I mean? I got them from Danny Garcia. He signed both pair for me. Put Danny Garcia on one side, then put Swift on the other. The left hand got the Swift on there, and the right hand got the Danny Garcia. Then Boots. Then I got Jesse Hart. I got James Martin. You know what I'm saying? I got different gloves, but I was gonna get a brand new pair of gloves. I wasn't gonna get no bullshit neither. I was gonna get some name brand, some good name brand pro gloves, get them signed. You know what I'm saying? And then a lucky winner. You feel me? Gee, y'all got a Philly plug. I'm from Buffalo. I gotta get something I like. Something I like. MKs for sparring though. They fire. Okay, yeah. Them Jones is good gloves. Gee, why you say I see why they call him the Mexican monster on X? Because he really just don't give a fuck, man. David Benavidez really don't give a fuck, man. He's a fucking gangster all the way through. What's your favorite glove brand, Greg? I think I like Grants, man. I think they some good Jones. But it's a lot of good Jones, but Grants is great. I mean, as far as fighting Grants, I ain't gonna lie. My last few fights I had on the Dukes Jones. I know that's a new brand. People not really hip to them, but they make some good ass gloves. I fought in them like probably my last 3 or 4 fights. They got some good gloves. Reyes, I like. Everlast, like MX, I like the Everlast MX. Winning, of course. Winning always make a great glove. You know what I'm saying? Don't buy Nike gloves. I didn't even know they had Nike gloves. That's crazy. Can Benavidez make it to heavyweight? I don't know. I don't think he. I don't think he need to be fucking around at heavyweight. It's different work up there, John. But he might. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez remind me of Carmelo Anthony. You know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get. Him rough brand basketball for real. The winners and the Reyes joints. Everlast nice. Yeah, they got. I mean, some nice gloves out here. You know what I mean? But I think that's all right. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the raffle. I think every time I get a name, I'm gonna get the tickets. I'm gonna get the tickets with the number on there. Boom. I'm gonna write your name on there. I got a nice little bucket right here. Boom. I can throw all the names in there, mix it up real good, pick a winner. You know what I mean? Once I pick the winner got to hit me up so I can get their address and all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be spitting the person's name out there. Whoever won the gloves, whoever won the merch, and all of that. I might, you know what, man? I think I should do two. I think I should do two drawings. Not two separate drawings, but I should pick twice. You know what I'm saying? I think I should pick twice. I should pick. I'm gonna do a first place. I'm gonna do a first place drawing and a second place drawing, all on the same day. And that way, you know what I mean? Cause I gotta do something. I gotta come up with something. I'm you know what I mean? I'm coming up with some shit. I want to do something nice for the people, man, for real. And even if you don't win, I'm sorry, but I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all been fucking with me for a while, man, holding me down, man. 20,000 is a good mark for me, man. And I'm, we just trying to push it from here. No, for sure, man. You ain't never lied. I ain't never lied. And I'm going to throw something else in there. Brandon Alashik showed love one night on a random. When Brandon Alashik went to the fight with Bud and Canelo, he kept asking me, he like, G, you don't want a shirt or nothing like that? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm good. And I had a friend who was at the fights, and she had got me a Ring magazine, right? But then Brandon Alashik one night, when he came up to watch Boots punch on Lima, he bring me the same joint. You know what I'm saying? But I never opened it. I never opened it because I already had one. You feel me? It's the same joint, but this one just never opened. You know what I'm saying? Same joint. Everything that's in here, I have it here. I got the poster. You know what I mean? It come with a poster like this, the magazine, boom, the poster. It come with a just like a flyer, and it come with a small a guide to Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? So they both had, neither one of them told me they was doing it. That was the crazy thing. The good sister didn't even tell me she was doing something like that. And she was like, yo, I got something for you. And gave it to me. And I'm like, oh shit. And then I seen Brandon Alashik like the next week. And then he gave me the joint. So, I don't know. Like maybe if I get Brandon Alashik's blessings, I could throw that in one of the packages. You feel me? You feel me? Stop posting thumbnails with your shirt off. Who you talking about? So, you know what I mean? I would have to get Brandon Alashik's blessings. If I get Brandon Alashik's blessings, then I'm going to throw that in there too. I mean, I got a lot of little shit. You know what I mean? I just got to, see how we going to do it. I want to be fair. And I want to do the right thing for the people, man. You know what I mean? No, the magazine is crazy. Appreciate the love and support. I'm chilling, cousin. What's the deal? C right, what up? A fundraiser, GHB. Greg, what's going on? I mean, I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Timothy McVeigh. Go ahead and eat a bag of baby nuts. You feel me? Hey, y'all smoked last night. It was Monday. Y'all don't say no dumb shit. We removing goofies. No, that's true. The goofies gotta get removed. Absolutely true. Yeah, he got his head. Yeah, he got his head pushed. Gotta chill. Raffle up 2 boxing lessons, G. So you saying, all right. So my man Race Pacer saying throw some boxing lessons in there too. Damn, I'm about to. All right, I'm gonna put. All right, so look, let me work on it. I'm gonna call it the 20K raffle. I'm gonna call it the 20K raffle, and I'm gonna throw. All right, I'm gonna write. I'm gonna just come up with all these. I'm gonna come up with like 3 different. All right, fuck it. I said I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do 3. Fuck it. I'm gonna do 3. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm gonna do 3. I'm gonna do a first place, a second place, and a third place. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna come up with something nice for y'all, man. I'm gonna come up with something nice. He said, "Gee, I be using your phrase. I like that little critter. Shit, funny as fuck." No, real rap. No, real rap. I'm gonna do it. All right, all right. We're gonna do the 20K raffle. We're gonna do the 20K raffle, and I'm gonna do a first place drawing, second place drawing, third place drawing. But I'm gonna make sure every package is lit. I'm not going, even though it's first, second, and third, I'm not gonna short y'all. I'm gonna make sure every package is lit. I'm gonna make sure every package is sturdy. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Appreciate the love. Gee, you better stop. I drive from Buffalo to Philly for some work. Been boxing for a year and a half now. Yeah, man, that's any time. Slide up on me. What time you usually be getting to the gym? I do 2 different sessions. I get there from 11 to 2, and then I go back. Then I go back at 5:30 to 8. The grand prize should be a guest on the smoke show. But that's too easy because we do the smoke show all the time. Bro, you think Tank will fight again? You should have 3 different fights signed, each done. You should have 3 different fighters signed each. What you talking about? The gloves? 3 different joints, bro. Put some GHB merch too. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna do the GHB merch. I was gonna do the glove, and then I'm gonna ask Brandon Alashik. You know what I mean? If he mind, you know what I mean? I'm gonna throw the magazine and all that up in there. I'm gonna do a nice package. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna do the free boxing lessons. I'm gonna do the free boxing lessons. You get 2 sessions. My man just came up with that. I'm gonna do 2 sessions for free. I'm gonna get 2 sessions for free. I'm gonna just put a nice package together. I'm gonna put a nice package together. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get the signatures. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure it's neat, make sure it's nice and neat. You know what I mean? Make sure you can see every signature is clear. You know what I'm saying? And get it popping. I gotta look out for the people because y'all been looking out for me, man, for sure. You know what I mean? Holding me down. We didn't get the Cybertruck, but hey, we here. You feel me? I got y'all. Just let me keep cooking with my man Bang, because me and Bang was talking about it today. You know what I mean? We was talking about it today. So I'm gonna put some shit together. I'm not throwing an apron in there though. No, I cannot throw the apron in there. I'm not doing that. Then you might add a little platter in that shit. Got something better than that. I'm gonna throw some De La Hoya in there too. We was on the Cybertruck last year. Appreciate the love and support, man. I really do. But just let me put this together for y'all though. Send me a Poppy store platter. We don't want no De La Hoya. Had niggas tweeting out here. A 40 of that Golden Boy. Real shit, G. Do you watch? G, do a watch party for the 22nd. Young niggas going to tune in. Oh, yeah. You talking about for the fight. Hell yeah. I'm going to pull up to Philly for some work. I'm a 40-pounder trying to test my skills. For sure, Zay. That ain't about nothing. What's the deal? What's popping? What's going on? Hey, yo, when you get to 100K subs, you going to give away the Cybertruck. Shit, I hope I can. That'll be crazy. Yo, I think we should keep that. Naeem ain't going to be back till probably like February, March, man. That's my guy, though, man. Gotta find out what time to start. Yeah, I ain't gonna start till I got everything ready. I'm gonna get but keep it in mind though, y'all. Keep it in mind, cause I'm gonna get everything together. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna got when I got everything together. I'm gonna show y'all the packages. I'm gonna show y'all the package, and I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all. And I might even, you know what I might do? I might split the gloves up. So that way somebody get the left hand, somebody get the right hand, and then it'll be the third package with whatever in it. What up with Lil Don't fight in December 13th. Yeah, don't fight in December 13th. Gee, if Haney stops Norman, either ref stops or knockout. I don't know, man. He said, let's do a raffle. Yeah, that's somebody said that earlier. I think that's how we got to do it. Because I don't know how to, you know what I mean? He said, nah, G, I need both pair. He said, I need both the gloves. I need the left and the right. What are you talking about, guy? Norman taking caffeine pills. Why? I mean, if you don't believe me, his father said that's what he did. His last fight was Sasaki, so I don't know. If Virgil ducked, who you think next in line? Bachram. I like Brandon Adams for February to stay busy. Man, I don't know, man. It gotta be somebody. Shout out to Brickyard. What's popping? Jab Queen, what up? You think Tank will fight again? I think he will. He definitely gonna have to fight again, man. This is boxing, and ain't nothing like a boxing check. Can't have no mismatched gloves on Reyes and the other one some bullshit. No, I wouldn't do that to y'all, man. I wouldn't do that to y'all. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the love and support, man. GHBTV. I appreciate y'all for getting me to 20K subscribers. You know what I mean? A couple of my haters probably done unsubscribed, but I don't know. We here. 20K subscribers. Appreciate the love and support, man. Greg Hackett 86 on Instagram. Greg Hackett 215 on X. Greg Hackett on Facebook. Greg Hackett 86 on TikTok. And GregieCash on Cash App. GREGIE Cash. Appreciate the love and support. Listen, I thank y'all so much, man. Get me to that 20K, man. That mean a lot. Real shit. For sure. Appreciate the love and support. And we're going to definitely do the raffle. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the raffle. We're going to get all the names. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to sign all the names. If it's whatever come through, I'm signing. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm going to make sure we do it right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure we do it right, and I'm going to put the packages together. I'm going to show y'all the packages, and we're going to get it popping. You know what I mean? Thank y'all.